What's up, guys? Brian back to talk about The Walking Dead, and Austin Amelio, who plays Dwight, reveals why Dwight follows Negan. So, I guess spoilers ahead if you don't know up to season 6. But if you're up to season 6, we're not going to talk about season 7 besides, what Austin Amelio talks about on there. So, spoiler warning somewhat, but not really on there too, just because I don't know what you know. But comicbook.com article, and it's a pretty good interview with Austin Amelio, who plays Dwight on the show. And here he is right there. Some of the best portraits I think they have on the season 7 portraits. But when we first met Dwight, he seemed like a man who had a bit of a moral compass left inside of him. However, after his disappearance on Daryl's bike on the first half of season 6, Dwight's return later in the second half to put an arrow through Denise's face, shoot Daryl, and wreak all kinds of havoc on her beloved survivors. What the heck, man? When you first met Dwight last season, he was a romanticized vision of what the world should be like. Dwight actor Austin Amelio says. He's an idealistic guy. He wants the world to go back to how it was. He's not used to the rules and what is going on. Remember, he said, we're not going to kneel. We're not going to do this. When Wade came by, he didn't want to go back on there as well. We kind of saw this. See, no burn on his face. Later on in the season, he has a burn on his face. He's with his wife, Sherry. So, he's kind of stuck in that protect Sherry mode. We saw from the trailer that Sherry makes a return in the season 7. We'll see how that plays out. He takes the bike and he rolls out, and you freaking hate the guy already. Not only does Dwight look different thanks to some serious burn scarring, which is something we were exploring in the Walking Dead 7th season, but he has dropped all morals and almost everything else about who he was before. Amelia is well aware of the fact that his portrayal and is best suited to explain the change. Then you see him at the end of the season, and he was totally succumbed to the universe, Amelio says. He's fully submersed in what the world is now. So I'm going to guess that they went back to Negan, or they got captured, or something happened. And hopefully we'll find out in a flashback. I kind of want to know that story a little bit out there, too, because he was gone, and then he comes back, burn on his face, everything there, too. And Negan has to scar you and put you to work for him, and know that next time it's going to be more scarring or burning you. But he's definitely a follower of Negan. He is his kind of right-hand man, I'd say, too. I mean, Simon, which is played by Trevor from Grand Theft Auto 5, is going to be, a big part of things as well. But Dwight is a big part of Negan and his right-hand man, I'd say. Dwight's change is not so different from that of a character like Rick's. The two carry themselves with a kill-or-be-killed attitude. Only the difference is Dwight seems to be doing something in a sadistic and unprovoked fashion. He follows the word of his savage leader Negan, which is a slippery slope for anybody. However, it might be a fear which keeps driving him back to the saviors. I think he's afraid. I think that Sherry is part of Negan's group, of maybe his group of wives, and he's kind of stuck. We don't know what's going to happen. We hopefully get the backstory of it, but, Dwight is a big character in the comics, and if you know anything about the comics, there's a huge storyline coming up, and I can't wait for that, too. And, you hate the guy already. There's no way you can like Dwight in the show at all right now. He dicked over Rick. Freaking, he almost killed Eugene. He almost killed so many of the characters, too, and it's just like, what the fuck, man? You hate this guy from the beginning of season, it was like, I guess, episode 6, season 6. Then he shoots Daryl. Like, what the freak? Well, why did he shoot Daryl? Did he wound him on purpose? Did he try to get in there to use him to sucker, to get into Alexandria? Or, hopefully they explained it a little bit, too. You don't really leave the sanctuary when you are under Negan's thumb. He will find you, and he will kill you. That's how he works. I don't think he's understood the gravity of the situation. Negan is the word dichotomy of someone that you hate, and he protects you at the same time. So it's a bit of a quandary to be under Negan's leadership, and I wouldn't any part of it if I was in that group. But Dwight's in a tough spot. He's probably not the worst guy. He's probably not the best guy. He probably just wants his wife and his people to be okay and make it and to be safe. But he fell under Negan's control, and now he's stuck in a rock and a hard place. So like he said, he's going to protect you and save you, but also hurt you if you disregard his rules and go against them. Everything's his, or will be. That's what he says, and I guess Dwight buys into that too when he goes after a rogue savior here. So he's also kind of funny. Austin Amelio does the convention circuit. He was on Talking Dead a bunch of times on there too. Bunch of cool stories on there, how he got the part and everything. There he is with Simon on Pretty awesome. Trevor from Grand Theft Auto 5. Yes, that is Trevor from Grand Theft Auto 5. There you go, guys. Like, share, subscribe. Let us know what you think. And there you go. And you guys are awesome.